Okay, so this is part 3 of my tutorial on my configuration file library which I wrote. So in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about how to actually set up to use this library with your own project. So as you saw in the demo, there's just that one function call you need to do at the beginning to initialize everything, and you can, if you want, also pass in the command line parameters, so then you can define variables from the command line, and which is rather useful. And you can look at the main.cpp file, which I included with the provide code, and then you just include configuration.h and all the files which you want to actually use those macros to get values. And one thing that may work well if you already are using a bunch of pound defines for managing everything is in all the places where you actually have a pound define, you can just replace the value that you're pound defining directly with a call to get int whatever or something like that, instead of having to go and replace it through your whole body of your code. So it should really be very easy to replace and swap this in with an existing project, and I think it would be worthwhile to do so. And then the other thing is for compiling the library is something that's kind of a little bit tricky. Well, it requires the boost regex library, since the one that comes with G++ isn't fully finished developing, actually, that it's still rather buggy. And it also requires, to get it to link properly, G++ version 4.8 or newer, which unfortunately the default version on the computers at the U of M and CC Labs computers, the default version is like 4.5 or something like that, and so you have to switch to the more current version, and there's two ways of doing that. One is you can type module unload /gcc, and that'll just update it for the current session in that terminal. The alternate is in your home directory, there's your .cshrc file, which is basically run whenever the shell initializes, and in there's a line that says module load a whole bunch of stuff, and one of those things is soft/gcc. Take out the part where it says soft/gcc. That's basically left over from a rather outdated setup they had on those computers, and they haven't gotten around to deleting it yet, so you can just go ahead and do that, and it'll use the more updated version automatically. And so the make file should report that. So if I look at the make file here, the make file will check to make sure that I'm showing here, will check to make sure that your G++ version is up to date. And then other than that, you also have to add, in your libraries that you're linking, you have to add -lboost regex. And well, I guess I haven't tested it without it for a while, but I believe this flag -standard equals C++ 0x is also necessary. And so yeah, this is a fairly standard makefile you'd have with your project. I guess, yeah, I did a little bit of cleanup, and it doesn't have all the stuff for compiling on Windows, but yeah, this should be fairly straightforward. So then, yeah, so with that, that's all I've got for the tutorial, and thank you very much for watching. And these slides and everything, all the code I showed should also be posted along with the video on the page for the class tutorials. And if you have any questions or want to try using this with your project and have trouble or anything, you can just ask on the forum, and it should be able to get an answer there. So thank you for watching.